people want to come on later. Okay, first we have to celebrate Jerisa right now because you guys, she doesn't even know what Silver Stars is. I had to explain it because that's how new she is, and it is incredible. So every single person on here can get Silver Stars. So let me explain what it is. So she's in the running for it. That means company-wide, what they do every single month is they see how many people added or created the most silvers that month. So for instance, in May, Jerisa created 3 silvers on her team, 3. And so what they do is they do company-wide, like, okay, Jerisa has 3, Julia's 3, you know, all these people. And then they decide, well, who's the top 3? The top 3 are flown out to Arizona and to corporate office. They are given $300. They are given a spa treatment. A guest can come. A car picks you up with your fancy name on it. You get to sit and talk with our president and CEO. You get to go through customer service and ask questions, you know, about them. And your name is flashed everywhere. I mean, it's a big, big, big deal, huge deal. And you get an award. Like, I'm so excited for you, Jerisa. I have no idea just how incredible that trip is going to be if you earn it. So hopefully we'll find out tomorrow or whichever. You'll either get a phone call or they're going to announce it. I don't know, but I'm so pumped for you. So again, this is what this looks like. You creating people to start sharing their journey right off the bat, helping them find their 3 people. And that is how it starts. And that's how it works. If you feel like you have several that you're like, oh my gosh, I can get Susie, Joe, Paul, Debbie, whoever, silver, do it and group it all together as much as you can. Have sip and sees and have everybody over. There are great ways to do it. I earn Silver Stars and I have tips and tricks on how to do that as well. But I'm just super pumped for you, Jerisa. So congrats. Either way, you were in the running and that's a huge, huge accomplishment. So and on the leaderboard, I'm behind on that one too, but she was on the leaderboard too. And the leaderboard is another thing that Plexus does because they're really great with recognition. And so it is an email that's out and it just shows, hey, so-and-so has the most enrollments or vice versa. So check that. About every week is when they have them coming through. Okay. So with opening that and talking about silvers and everything, I kind of wanted to dive in on what that looks like. A lot of you guys on here are silver or above, and I am so proud of you, but you might be like, what's next? What do I do? I have these 3 people. What's the next thing? We have a file on our Faithinator page. If you don't know, if you're not on our business page, it's pretty much we're the Faithinators. We're like the Arnold Schwarzeneggers to faith is the way that I did it. And so that is our business page. And that has great files, great albums, great resources that are more business oriented than our Powered by Faith page. So on that page, there is a file that's called customer care. On that file, and I'll pull it up here in a minute, it's going to give you details of how to check in with people, especially when you're asking and prompting questions like, hey, how's your first week? Did you like the drink? Or what's your favorite flavor? Did you like the flavor? You're prompting questions. And if you're like, oh man, well, I haven't had a headache all week, that's something that prompts them to ask if they've shared that, because all of us know how we were praying for answers or how we were waiting for something to come out that we could actually try and whatever. So it's key to ask them if they've shared that, because hiding that is also doing not a due diligence to hide that information and hide what great information or great success you're already having. And sharing that's what we're in a business for. We're in a business to share because we can help people with their health, that their health is crumbling. So that's what we're here for. And let me pull up that file so you can kind of see what it looks like. Okay, let me close all my stuff. Okay. I can share my screen, which is good and bad because then you can see my craziness, but this is my life. I have my desktop and everything is crazy, but it's okay. One day I'll be more organized. Okay. So here's our faith page, our business page. This is what that looks like. If you go over here, there's guides. If you don't know what guides are, these are also great things where you can dive in. Come on, click. And if you're looking for graphics or how to talk to somebody, what objections look like. If you click on, okay, well, I'm looking for a first post idea to help my girl, Susie. She just started. She's willing to share that she's not having headaches anymore. What do I do? Well, my internet is horrible, but you would click on one of these and it'll show you great ideas for first post prompts. Again, we want people to make it sound like them. You know, we want it to be theirs, but you can give them ideas of what first post could look like. And so there's great examples there. So in the guides, you're going to see the training of all training. I have all kinds of great content in this one, as well as training videos that you can watch to kind of help you learn as you go. I can guarantee you, me and Hannah and whoever else is on here that's been doing this for a while, we're still learning. So you do not have to learn or know everything. I have been doing this for 6.5 years and I still am learning things every single day. So do not let that stop you. That is Satan trying to stop you. So don't let that stop you, thinking you have to know the products, you have to know how each one works, any of that. That's what we're here for. We can help guide you. You can just reach out to us, reach out to your sponsor and say, well, hey, I have somebody that, you know, has migraines. What do you think she should take? We can help guide that. So all of these have great content. So that's in the guide section on the page. And then I'm going to show you over here, files. If you click on files, you're going to see customer care document. This document right here is what I was talking about for customer care. With our customer care, we really want to go above and beyond. We want to be what we call the cherry on top to their customer service. We want to go and exceed their expectations so that they know that Plexus is really where it's at, but also our team is where it's at. I try to send welcome cards all the time. I do anniversary cards as often as I can, things like that. What can you do to show your appreciation to your brand new person? So let me, I already downloaded it. Hang tight. Come on. Okay. So these right here are just promptings. So let me find the one that I was wanting to show. Like role play. Hey, well, what excites you most about getting started with the Plexus? So this is, let's say Sherry is signing up. You really want to dig deep because you don't want to sign somebody as a VIP unless they're really willing to give it a good 60 to 90 days. We all know our products truly take a while to get started and get moving in your body. And to see success, it takes about 60 to 90 days. 30 days, you start seeing some improvement, but really at that 60, 90 mark is like the incredible spots. But when I have somebody, let's say Sherry is signing up and I can already tell some hesitation, I'm going to be honest with her. I'm going to be like, you know, Sherry, I don't know if this is going to be a great fit for you. Even though I'm only one person away from re-ranking, you don't want to have somebody sign up that's not ready, or that somebody that signs up that isn't going to give it 100% or even 50%, like they're not all ready. You want to make sure, yes, your goals are important and they're hands down, something that's wonderful about this company is all the bonuses and rank ups and things that we have, but you don't want to sign people that aren't truly committed and ready. So let's say Sherry, I'm talking to her and she's like, well, I'm just going to try it for a month. Like, well, I don't, you know, what all have you tried in the past, Sherry? You know, tell me what didn't work or what worked with that. And she might tell me, well, I've tried XYZ and this and this and this. Well, what failed with those? Well, I guess I wasn't committed all the way. Well, how is this going to be any different? You know, you're prompting questions because you truly want, I always tell people, it's kind of like a gym membership and you're there, but you have a trainer. You're hiring a trainer and a trainer is going to tell you like it is because that's what you're hiring them for. These people are coming to you because they trust you. They trust your knowledge. They trust that you're going to tell them exactly what they need to hear. So let's say Sherry is signing up and I'm like, you know, I want to make sure this is going to be a right fit for you. And the best way that I can have and help you and have you be successful is to make sure that I'm checking in with you often, to make sure you're getting enough water, to make sure that you're hitting those things so that the products can work for you. But if you feel like this isn't a right time, then maybe message me when you're ready because I will be here no matter what. It just prompts those conversations. Because the last thing you want is to sign all these people that aren't really going to be committed. And then you're right back down to bottom the next month because they've all fell off or they all aren't ready to order again, or they all have financial things going on. And I'll get into that in a minute because I have some good wording for that you can start using when people sign up. Okay, so these are check-in messages. So like the first one is like, hey, Shauna, I'm so pumped for you to start on your Plexus journey. I'm sending a dosage chart and a short video to help you get started on everything. This is a guide, but everyone is different. Please keep in close contact with me. I will do that. I will do the same to see how you are feeling and what changes you notice along the way. Did you receive your products in the mail? If you do, ask them, or if they do, then ask them to take a picture and put it in their stories or post about it. So these are just great prompts. So like your first week check-in again, your second week, the fourth week they're on, and then month two, they should start earning perks like third month. So you can start talking about perks. It's all right here. So take time today or tomorrow, it's kind of late. Take time tomorrow to really look at this, because then you can start those conversations with the people that you've already signed up. And you might be like, let me go. The dosage charts are in our Powered by Faith page. So if you're like, well, what's the dosage chart? Especially if you guys are all new, those dosage charts are, let's say they have the triplex. You're going to look through our dosage album and you're going to find a graphic for the triplex. This just starts them slow, because the last thing you want is them to have crazy detox. And then they're like, whoa, Cassie, I don't know what you just signed me up for, but I have to run to the bathroom because I'm about to poop my pants or whatever it is. You want them to have a slower detox than that. So sometimes they will get to the bottle before you send them the dosage, and just reassure them. This is usually what I say. I'm like, okay, Ashley, the moment you get your products, please message me, because I have a dosage chart for you. So you make sure that you're getting your products in correctly and slowly. And also tag me in your stories the moment it comes in, because then I'll know that's an also way for me to send that dosage chart. So again, it's in the albums in our faith page. So I send that dosage chart. Then the video that I said that I send, there's a video by Brooke Hemingway, and I'll make sure to post it in our silver chat. And it is what to expect with Plexus, because people don't realize when they start, they're going to have detox symptoms. You have to think you've had 30, 40, however long years of all kinds of things that are going on, medications, sickness, all of this that Plexus is trying to get to the root of and trying to help it feel better, get your gut back into line. And so people are going to have detox. So that video, Brooke Hemingway, I always get her and her husband mixed up, but he's an ER doctor and she's a nurse, or she was a nurse. She doesn't do that any longer. But so she kind of talks in layman's terms of nurse and in ways that people appreciate and love. So I always send that video as well as the dosage chart. So somebody brand new, so the first things that I do. Next, let's say Shara is signing up. She's on my site. She's on my link. And I'm like, okay, Shara, I'm excited you're getting started, but I never, ever want finances to get in the way of your health journey from here on out. So if you ever need to get your products paid for, please let me help you, because I'm happy to do that. I help every single person get their products paid for that is needing that. And then I send the graphic. So every month we usually get a graphic of what people can earn that month. And so then I pop in that graphic. Now I do that because it plants a seed, but also I never know what people are praying for in their closet, or what marriage strains or financial strains that people are having. Nobody's going to ever tell you that. So by me sharing that graphic, I'm allowing God to take his work and do whatever needs to happen there. And if they come back to me and they want their products paid for and some, then I'm happy to help. But it's the first thing that I do before the dosage charts, before the video, before anything. It's literally the moment they're signing up, I send all of that information and just say, this is how easy it is to have a referral link. A referral link is, I got one. Anything you buy anymore, you get hey, share this with your friends and it's $10 off your next purchase. It's the exact same thing. So that's kind of how we share it, is that, the referral links that you get with everything. Well, Plexus gives you one. That's that referral site that you're seeing. Type your name, type your nickname, whatever that people call you or you want to have, put whatever customizable one you want there, because that's going to be your link. When friends and family start seeing you have amazing success on these products, they're going to want that link, and you're going to have that handy and ready, because every single person that goes to that link, you're going to be compensated for, and then show them that graphic. Okay, so those are the things. Now, the other things you might be like, well, I don't even know what to post. How do I post about Plexus? I just started. I tell people it's like a journal. You know, you don't have to post every ingredient. No, think what enticed you to want to try Plexus. It was the friend or the sponsor that had you join, or whatever that looked like. What enticed you to want to join? It probably wasn't all of the ingredients and that we have coffee bean extract and all of these things in our products. It probably was because you cared about that person. Maybe that person just posted like, man, headaches never felt so, or no headaches never felt so good. Like something short and sweet. It builds curiosity. If you ever need help with posting too, we can help you. That is one of my absolute favorite things to do, is to post in a very natural way, not a salesy way. There's a huge difference between that. Like I don't want us to be infomercials where we're posting graphics like buy now, 60-day money back guarantee, and like a starburst with $50 off. Like we don't want to be that. We want to be real. We want to be authentic and just share our journey every single day. Like, oh man, I love that I can have active at 9:18 at night and it doesn't bother me. It keeps me up so I can get my things done and mental clarity. Or man, I like that I can actually grab something a little bit more natural than the rock stars I used to be drinking. Like short and sweet, leave it at that. The other thing you don't want to fall into is that every single post is Plexus. So what I want you guys to do is go look at the last week. I know some of you just joined, but look in the last week and see if you've actually had any personal posts, or are they all Plexus? Because if they are, we don't want to scare your friends and family away. We want them to still be there to watch your journey. So just share it and then share life in between. Like what makes Sarah, Sarah? What makes Jen, Jen? What makes Jerisa, Jerisa? Those little things are going to be what still have people come to you and come to your page, because they feel like, okay, Cindy's still the same. She's just doing Plexus now. And I love her enthusiasm. And so just make sure that it's a good mix when you're posting. So you have Plexus as well as life and family and whatever makes you, you, or what you love. Like Paula, taking a picture of your cute little dog, you know, any of that. Yeah. It can be so simple. Another thing that you could do is I try to tell people that are just starting, to make it simple, is every single day has a purpose. So like Monday, motivational Monday. Mondays can be, maybe you just read a Bible verse and you shared it and what it means to you, or you got yourself out and went to the gym, or you did a walk, whatever motivation looks like for you. Motivational Monday. Tuesdays, testimonial Tuesdays. So Tuesdays, maybe you are telling your testimony or a little bit more about what Plexus is doing for you or what you've seen in a friend. It's a great way to show testimonies, because I will tell you, testimonies sell. There's testimonies all in the Bible. And that is what prompts us to want to read and to learn, because we can connect to those testimonies. So then Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. Maybe this is when you are sharing a tip that you learned. It could be anything health related, like, oh, I'm trying to think. You know, do you know that you need half of your body weight in ounces of water? I never knew until a week ago, or whatever that is. Or, I mean, it can be anything. We cannot, if you look on our faith page, there's great content and you can grab any of that, or start following doctors, like natural doctors or anything. And you'll start seeing little prompts and tips that you can start sharing, because then your audience is going to be more engaged and they're going to have more curiosity. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, I mean, for instance, if y'all didn't know, I just found this out. You can put strawberries in the refrigerator and they can last for like 2 weeks if you put them in a glass jar. I didn't know that. So little things like that you can share that will bring people in, and you're gaining value. They're gaining value from you. So that's Wellness Wednesday. Thursday, I usually do like a tip, or it's another tip, but like a tip or a trick, or it can be anything for Thursday. Whatever you want Thursday to look like, do that. Friday, I usually make it fun. It's usually family. And so is Saturday. Family fun, fun fact. Sometimes I'll do fun fact or late night fact. Fridays are really good for that. Saturdays, I try to keep it family, because that's usually when I take my day off on Saturday and I do family stuff. So we're floating or we're on the river or whatever. So I'm taking pictures and posting those things. Sunday, I mean, for our family, whatever is for you, we're at church. So maybe I'm usually posting sermons or what stood out to me in that time or what really spoke to me. So Sunday is that for me. You can figure out what your days look like, because if you have a day and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post today, then you have a guide of like, okay, well, today's Sunday or today's Saturday, I can post something about family. And it kind of gives you a guide on, so you know what to do when you don't know what to do. Okay. I don't know if I said the quote or not, but let's say Cindy, oh no, I did. I think I did. I'll double check. Okay. So hang on, I'm going to role play with Hannah. Sorry, Hannah, I'm calling you out. If your internet is good. Is your internet good? Okay. Let me get Shara. Are you good, Shara? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm good. As long as, I've got loud kids and
you're okay.
People in here, but
I want you to role play with me on I'm signing up. What's the next thing that you say to me?
I could say, hang on, I gotta think of it.
You're going to get it.
I'm going to get it. I know what I need to say. I just got to put all the words together. I'm going to say, hey, Cassie, I don't want your finances to ever get in the way of your health. So can I help? I don't know.
You were on the right track. So close. But I promise the more times all of us say it, the easier it gets. And of course, you're going to have variations to it. But I never want finances to get in the way of your health journey. So I wanted to make sure I shared this so that if you ever need your products paid for, this is the one thing I love helping people do. Simple. Good job, Shara. You got started. I'm proud of you. Okay. So that's pretty much in a nutshell, because here's the thing. We have all great trainings. If you have not signed up for the text, Plexus has a text that reminds you when they have corporate calls. And that text is incredible, because I always forget on, today is Monday motivation. And so corporate has somebody, a Diamond or a Jewel or somebody come in and share some tips. Those are great calls to be on. So if you don't know the text number, we can give that to you. I'll pop it in the silver chat too. You just text the number, train me, and it trains you. It tells you when all those things are coming. Another thing to really dive into is your back office or your virtual office, however you want to call it. Under the business tab, I'm actually let me just pull it up really quick. There is great step-by-step trainings. If you're like, Cassie, I already know all this, I want more. Like, I just want to keep going. I want to dive all in. Then there's great training in our virtual office that truly sets anybody up for success. I mean, Plexus gives us everything. Another side note is, who on here has a partial inkling of maybe coming to convention, because it's going to fill up here very, very soon. And convention, I can't say enough about convention and why every single person on this call should be there, but it is a powerful moment, I tell people, think of it like church. We can watch church online. We can watch podcasts online, sermons online, but you get a different impact when you're there in person. And so, yes, we have two options for people that can watch it online, but in person, you're going to get a lot more content. They're not giving everything on the online version. You are going to get a good portion, but the in-person is going to be an experience you'll never forget. It's going to be something you can write off on your taxes, because you're going to want to start writing off things, and you're going to want to write off your products. You're going to write off your gas. You want to write off, I can tell you all the things to write off, but it's a wonderful thing to really invest back into your business. And I shared this statistic in our silver chat, and let me read it really quick.
Plus you get to hang out with us crazy people.
That too. And we're going to have so much fun.
Okay, we're not really crazy, but we're fun.
We are. I say
I don't know if it said where it's at, but it's at Columbus, Ohio, so it's within walking distance.
Yeah, it's within walking distance.
It's been a day. It's within driving distance for most people.
You're okay. Yes. If you are, most of you are either in Arkansas, or I think most of y'all are in Arkansas or Missouri. So it's in driving distance for all of us. I'm flying because I was able to get a flight and it was just easier for me. So I just flew and I had to be there at a certain time, things like that. Okay. So why you need to come to convention? 36% have more commissions that they earned by being in person, because we've had virtual experiences the last few years, but 36% more have more commissions. That means more money in your paychecks every single month. 122% more enrollments, because when you go, you just get a power and I can't even express it. It's one of those that we've all been to a concert or something that you try to tell somebody else, but it's not even close to what you experienced. And then 40% more actually have personal rank advancements. So that means, let's say you go as a silver. I have seen people like Cher as another one go gold or go senior gold or whichever in the next month or two. Every single person that goes and invests back into their self and their business really rank up quickly because of it. And I always tell people, it's something to do for you. Like for me, it's the one thing that I love every single year that I can pour back into me. I have mom time, you can make, I have couples that come too. So you can make it like a retreat for you and your wife or your husband. It is a wonderful experience that you both can learn and dive into. Okay, so I'm in my virtual office. And if y'all have questions, like stop me because I can talk. I just want to get it all in. But use the chat too so that I can kind of watch that. And then I can prompt and go back into that. Okay, so I'm going to show you the virtual office really quick. Okay, so everybody knows this is your subscription. That means it's on. This is PV, mine's 0 because I haven't ordered yet. These are points. Now, if you are already silver, now's the time to start learning about points. So points, the next thing for you, senior silver, is 50 points. So 50 points is incredible. It's about 10 people. It just depends on where they all fall, but about 10 people. And that's anybody. That doesn't mean you signing 10. That means, let's say Sally joined and you help Sally get 3, and then Susie joined and you help Susie, and then Tony joined and you're helping Tony. It's 3. So either 9 to 10 people to hit senior silver. And so you want 50 points to be there, and gold is at 100. So then it just keeps going up from there on. And these are just showing you all of the people that have come onto your organization for that month. Okay, so over here, there's training center and there's business. Business, this is a great spot to look at as well. Plexus perks. If a lot of you don't know what Plexus perks is, I always tell people it's another bonus that Plexus does. Every time you have a 100 PV prescription, I mean, it really could be subscription, then Plexus then gifts you back points for doing that. So every time you have a subscription process each month, you actually are earning more points. And when you sign up, or when anybody signs up, they actually get $25 for keeping their subscription on and signing up with the subscription. Plexus report though, these perks report is where you click on it and you can kind of see like who turned off their subscription and who isn't, because they only have 3 days to fix it or turn a subscription back on before they lose them all. I saw somebody lose almost $500 recently, which is just blows my mind. $500. And so it's a great thing to keep on top of. I try to do it every day, if not every other day, so that I can keep in line of who's about to lose all of those bonus points that they didn't know that they had in their office. Okay, next is commissions. This is you're going to see a lot of commissions. So we usually get paid right before the 15th of the month. Almost every, I think there's been 1 or 2 times we've actually gotten paid on the 15th, but it's always super early. It's like the 12th or the 13th, sometimes the 14th, but it's usually right in those few days. And that is where you can get a commission summary of what your paychecks are going to look like. And it's incredible. I love seeing that. Rank advancements, that is a great place to kind of see who on your team, once you get bigger, who on your team went silver or gold or senior silver. So you can kind of watch that, which is pretty neat to see. But here's the spot that I was telling you about. We have something called a resource library. Everything in your mom and a milkshake is in this. And then the new ambassadors start here. This is where every single person, if you just started in the last month, this is a great spot for you. I'm going to click on it. If it'll load. And they break everything down by a few days. So then you can kind of see day 1, this is what I need to look at. Day 2. And most of you already know half of this stuff, but it's still good to kind of learn. So a 30-day click guide. So this is, every link on here is clickable. Like, okay, I got started. Did I download my Engage app? Oh, I don't even know what the Engage app is. So the Engage app is a great Plexus tool where you can send samples. You can view your virtual office there. You can send videos. This is what's amazing. Let's say Tony, I'm wanting to send him a video about the Plexus opportunity and what it looks like. You send him the video from the Engage app. It'll tell me the moment he's watched it and then how long he watched it for. So then I can then have a conversation, be like, and maybe 10 minutes later, hey, Tony, I just wanted to see and touch base, you know, how did that video, did anything touch you or stand out to you on that video? It's a really cool tool to have and to use. There's really great videos in there. Then here is just watching more training videos of how our microbiome works and how the triplex works. This one is live it, love it, track it. If people are like me and they are they want hand, pen, and paper, it is a great way to prompt conversation on, I'll just post it or look it up, of like, okay, well, day 3, I did notice more energy, Cassie. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I actually cleaned my refrigerator today and did my laundry. And it didn't take me 3 days to do my laundry over and over again. Or, you know, my everyday stress actually was down on day 3. So this kind of gives them a little promptings, because I will tell you, I wish I would have had this, because it's really hard for me to think about 6.5 years ago. What happened on day 1? What happened on month 1? I have to really, really go back and kind of get an idea, but it would have been nice to have this ready and handy and be like, yeah, actually, see, day 7, I did have my regularity. I was going to the bathroom better and things like that. So those are all that clickable guide. I would highly recommend every single person that's new, go ahead and look for that one and do it to make sure you have all of those things done. And again, it's all right here. You can kind of click, have fun. Here's that text train me. So you can get the text messages. And then these, so like what is this one? Day 2 is going to be more diving into our product catalog, looking at our products a little deeper.
You have no new messages.
Oh, thank you, Siri. Anyway, our triplex video, the microbiome video, things of that nature. So you can kind of just learn as you go. So all of that is here. And then you have day 3. And this is just leads you didn't know. And sometimes you're like, well, Cassie, I feel like I've already reached out to everybody. And I get this one a lot. And I will tell you, I have felt that way too. And I have felt in a lot of instances that like I've reached out to everybody, Cassie, there's nobody else. And then I read this and I'm like, oh, I did forget about my old boss, or it just kind of prompts you to think like, who enjoys working out at the gym and likes healthy living, who's wanting to lose weight that you know. So it gives you ideas. And we never ever know. We never want to assume. Never ever want to assume somebody is already financially set. Like I have seen lawyers quit their lawyer jobs and come into Plexus. I have seen doctors, especially with what's going on now, leave the medical community and come do Plexus because they have more freedom. They can do more things with their medical advice. I have seen those people leave. And so never assume that somebody makes more money or they don't need this as an income, because we do not know what they're praying for. And we do not know that maybe they're wanting a double income or a side income or something more, especially with gas prices right now. And there is this one right here is really good to prompt those conversations. This is a script. And so they kind of give you ideas of like, well, I just decided to try something new. And I'm wondering if you would like to do it with me. I've heard so much lately about the benefits of good gut health and about those products that help with energy and sugar cravings. And I am really excited to try them out. Would you like to join me with it? You know, again, any of these, you never want to truly copy and paste because people are going to know if that's not you. They're going to know like, oh, see, it's a copy paste thing. I knew that Shara got into something scammy or Shara got into something that was, was like that. No, these are just good prompts and good ideas that you can use, but tweak, make it sound like you. Me, I'm a hey girl. I'm a hey y'all. I am that person and people know that. And so for my messages, it's going to say, hey friend, or hey girl, what are you doing right now? So use whatever words and terms you use when we give you prompt ideas like this. So just dive into your virtual office this way. There's really great information. The Fast Start program, let me go ahead. I can't see everybody. Now I can. Okay. Who knows about the Fast Start program? And most of you already earned it, so that I can see. Okay. So the Fast Start program is once you upgrade to, somebody's already used your link and you decided to, I'm going to mute a few people really quick. And you've decided to upgrade. You're like, oh my gosh, Cindy just went to my site and I have to make a decision. And I try to tell people make that decision quickly, because if you don't, then it's a lot harder for you to earn that commission that you got from that person already. You really want to decide, do you want product credit or do you want actual income that you can start using towards your products or whichever? You could put in your bank. It doesn't matter. And so when somebody goes to your link, you have a quick decision. That person has a quick decision to make of what they would like to do. The moment they say, okay, I want to upgrade to an ambassador, that starts their first day. They have 30 days to hit silver. So that means 3 people and you get Fast Start bonuses. So all that is an extra $100 in your pocket for getting 3 people in 30 days. Almost everybody in this on here got 3 people in like a minute. So you've already bypassed that. So then the next, you've hit silver and now you're hitting senior silver. The Fast Start still continues and you get more bonuses if you hit senior silver within those 30 days. And it just keeps going and it keeps ranking up. And you keep, if you're on the fast track, then you can have fast track up to senior ruby. I think I want to say even emerald, but emerald is a whole nother ball game. And so when you hit emerald, you get a lifestyle bonus or a Lexus bonus. And that means depending on the 2 that you want, they gift you for hitting emerald and maintaining emerald every single month, either $420 or a Lexus lease. And so that means you can use, they'll give you the money and you use that towards the Lexus that you've done in the lease program. For our family, we have old cars. You'll see it. I have a grandma car. I don't care. And so for us, we have a lot more things that we want to do on our property and travel and whatnot. So for us, we do the lifestyle bonus. And then you also get a trip to Hawaii every single year, as long as you maintain emerald. So the first time that you hit emerald, you go no matter what. And then the next years and the years after, you have to hit it at least 5 times for you get to go to Hawaii with a guest. So for us, I usually take my husband and then we add on our kids so that they can come and we can make a family trip and vacation with it. So that's emerald. Emerald is a lot of great benefits. And usually when you're emerald, you find out things ahead of time. You have a jewel hotline that you can call when you have emergencies and somebody's order was shipped to Timbuktu and you need it like quick, that you call them and they can fix everything very nicely. So you have a personal line. You have all kinds of different perks when you hit emerald in the company. And so it's a wonderful step to be at. So if you keep fast tracking, you could hit emerald. I've seen people hit emerald in 6 months. I've seen people hit emerald in 8 months. So really start vision casting yourself. If you're silver and you're like, there's no way I could do what you're doing, Cassie. I thought that too. I didn't think I could lead or do any of this, but God, it just keeps equipping me and he keeps me realizing that I'm never going to please everybody. I'm never going to make everybody happy. And all I can do is just keep sharing and keep helping people learn. And that's all that I do. And so know that you can do and you can lead because you already have people on your team. So know and visualize yourself in those bigger positions because you can do it or you wouldn't be here right now on this call. You can totally do that. Another great thing, and I thought I had it right here. Oh, wait, I do. Okay. We did this on a call back, I think 2 weeks ago, and it's kind of like a vision board, but it's a roadmap, Plexus Ambassador milestones. And it tells you every rank that we have in the company. And if you didn't know, let's say you hit diamond. Diamond is the top of the company. But diamond, you don't stop at diamond. You can start all over again. So you'll have a diamond paycheck, and then you can start again and go diamond silver, diamond senior silver, diamond gold, diamond senior gold, and you can keep going. We have somebody in the company that's hit diamond 3 times, and she's super close to hitting it a 4th time. And that's Brooke Hemingway that I was telling you about, and whose video that I always share to my brand new people. She only had 150 friends when she started on Facebook. So if she can do it, any of us can do it. So the company, there is no stopping. You can go as high or whatever you need or want. It is up to you. It's your choice. So this is nice to kind of get an idea of like, you know what? I would like to be senior gold by July. I would like to be, I think I can hit emerald by December. Just start kind of vision casting those things. And it'll be really cool for you to see once you have it written down, you hitting those goals when you said you were going to, because we all know no dream is possible if it's not written down. No goal is possible if it's not written down. So really write those things down, because you never know what can happen when you do. Okay. I have wanted Alexis for a long time. Vision boards are so powerful. Oh my, I'll have to find mine. Mine's somewhere. We've been doing our basement, and I was going to show mine, but I have a lot of mine because like we travel a lot, but I did mine in sections. And so I have one for family, one for my team, and then I have one for like goals, like what I would love in life and things like that. Mine, I'm already prophesying this, you guys. I want that new Telluride, because my grandma car is not going to last much longer. I want the Telluride, and I want it to be like that color, like a hot pink. So just know your leader is going to have a hot pink car, and it's going to be fine. So just vision cast and dream and believe it. Okay. Oh, look at that. See, there's Shara's. We made those. Is that the one that we made at the Super Saturday? Awesome. Okay. I forget. A lot of you probably don't even know what any of these events are. So I'm going to do another thing really fast. With Plexus, there are a lot of opportunities to go to a lot of different things. So right now, conventions, top priority, like every single person, I want you to try your best to come with us, like your absolute best. So convention is next. Then you have Gold School. Gold School is when all of you guys get gold. You are going to have an opportunity to go to Gold School, where they're going to treat you with dinner. They're going to treat you with training. You're going to get to meet everybody else that hit gold as well, and learn their tips and tricks. And you'll hear from corporate. A lot of the corporate leaders will be there. It's a powerful event that just started. They just launched this program. And so I love that they're filling in the gap of another event for golds only. Like I can only go if, let's say, I'm trying to think of Hannah. Let's say Hannah just hit gold. The sponsor also gets to go as well. And so just know, when you help somebody go gold, then your sponsor, you get to go with them if you want to. The next one is in Michigan, but I think that one's already closed. So another round is up right now. Okay, so you have Gold School. Now, the next thing is Rubies on the Rise. This is another thing that's brand new as well. Same experience, but only for Rubies. And so that one's going on right now that you can earn, and then you get to go on that vacation spot or whatever they're planning to have that at. I'm not for sure where that one's going to be, but I really thought I heard Genevieve say it was Florida at a fancy hotel in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, then the next thing is, let me think. Leaders Retreat. Leaders Retreat is a wonderful experience. Me and Shara just went recently. You get to take a guest. My husband couldn't attend, so I was grateful that I got to take Shara. And we went to Orlando. So they have a destination. It's different all the time, so you never know where it's going to be. And Leaders Retreat is truly for leaders that earn it. You have to earn your spot to go to Leaders Retreat. I've seen silvers earn it. So know that this is for any single person. Leaders Retreat is where you're going to get top-notch training, sometimes secrets that nobody else knows, that you have to keep a secret. And they're like, hey, you're leaders, you've got yourself here. We want to tell you about the new things coming. So we learned about Hydrate before it even launched, the new lemon lime, things of that nature. There's dancing if you want to dance. There's concerts and all great things. So I'm actually going to prompt Shara really fast. What did you love about Leaders Retreat, or you weren't expecting that happened?
So the whole hotel area was nothing but plexus. The windows had plexus in it. They had a big old plexus sign. Your room key said plexus. It was everywhere. Everywhere you turned, they had big banners everywhere. And we stayed at the Gaylord Hotel, so it was huge. So that was everywhere, and it was just the way they treated everybody and recognized everybody. It was nice. They definitely go all out on that.
Yeah. And so the hotel rooms are paid for. Like for me and Shara, we went an extra night, so we paid for our extra night, but the hotel is paid for when you get there. You just have to get there, and then everything else is covered other than food for some things, but they do have meals provided at a lot of the events that are there. And when I say meals, it's like trains of desserts and trains of different types of food that you're like, I don't even know that name. I'll try it. Like, they don't just give you cheap food. They go above and beyond. They have caterers there, and they'll be like, oh, you want some, I'm thinking of a fancy word for ham, but there you go. They're cutting the ham and they're giving it to you. And it's an incredible experience. So that's Leaders Retreat. After that is
they also did, sorry. But they also had they did a welcome party for us, which again was food and dancing, and it was a whole new theme. Then we had a farewell party, which again, food, dancing, a whole nother theme. And it was great. I would definitely be working my butt off again so I can go and actually bring my guests. So
your husband this time, because I want to pick on him.
Yeah, he won't go.
That's okay. It's okay. But Leaders Retreat is wonderful. We don't know the destination for the next one. We'll find out when all that happens, usually at convention. So that's why I want you guys at convention, because you guys will be the first to know those things. And then after that is Emerald Extravaganza. So if you're like, oh my gosh, Cassie, I want to be Emerald tomorrow. Okay, we got a lot of work to do, because you have to hit Emerald by July to go to the trip in September to Hawaii. So Emerald Extravaganza starts then. So you have to hit Emerald by July to be able to go in September. If not, if you're like, okay, that might be too much for me, that's okay, because you have all next year. And maybe by then you'll be Diamond, and they have a Diamond destination as well. So for like me, Emeralds, we get to go to Emerald Extravaganza and whatnot, but the Diamonds get to stay longer, and they go on another private island in the Hawaii chain, whatever. And they get to go to that island, and they get even more training, even more fun, more catering, food, everything. And so it's a Diamond destination. So there's two trips that you could have. You could be at the Emerald and Diamond if you hit both ranks. And then that next event is Super Saturday. I know this is a lot. I just want to make sure that you guys are just excited, because you joined an amazing company.
Hey, Cassie,
really pours into you. Yeah.
Before you move on, about the Diamond thing, they pay for your airline ticket and your guest airline ticket. You don't have to pay for your way there, like all that. And the Emerald thing, they pay for all that. So it's a huge blessing.
Yep. So for instance, because we take our family, I don't have to pay for Jason and I's flight. I just have to pay for my girls to get there. So they reimburse you everything. And then the hotel rooms paid for. So of course you can have 4 to a room. So we just brought our kids, and everything that they had, we were able to get tickets for my girls to come too. So they had a luau, and just, they had the last one that I went to, they had the surfer that lost her arm. She came and spoke, and just really top people to come and pour into you. And it's really, I feel like Leaders Retreat is a retreat, but Hawaii, is more vacation. Like there's not a lot of training. There's not a lot of things. They just want to pour into you and let you know you're loved and valued and recognized. And so me and Jason were at the pool a lot. We were going out on the island, snorkeling and doing all kinds of things that we wouldn't have been able to do if it wasn't for Plexus. So that's what I say, you've joined an incredible company. You truly have. Okay. The next thing is Super Saturday. Super Saturday is in January every single year. And it's actually why I got started. I did not want the business. I laughed at Plexus for years and years. I laughed at people that were all decked out in Plexus. I was not a nice person when Plexus came into the room, but my sponsor invited me to a Super Saturday, and I was so desperate for mom time that I was like, all right, I'll go, but I'm not going to your event or whatever you're having. I'll just stay in the room, or I'll go to IKEA. I'll go do whatever. I do not want to hear any of that stuff that you guys have. When I got there, it was snow and ice. I'm surprised we even made it, but I was just so grateful to be around other people, because as a stay-at-home mom, all I saw was my kids all the time, and we homeschooled them. Nothing against them. It's just, we all need to pour into ourselves as well. And I needed that time. And so when I went to Super Saturday, I decided, well, I'll just go sit in the back, whatever. And so I went in and I heard the testimonies of what you just heard, the trips to Hawaii, the Lexus, the income that these people were making. I was hearing firsthand, like, you can make 30 grand a month. And I'm like, did I just join what did I just do? And then I was talking to people one-on-one, and it was true conversations, and it was true income that they were making, that it wasn't fake. It wasn't a scam. It wasn't any of that. But best of all, any company that you work for, right? It's always like, Ashley got a raise. Can you believe that? She barely does anything. It's always gossip, or it's always once against another, or any of that, right? Not here. When I went there, I didn't even know what I was. Like, I didn't know I was an ambassador or any of that. I literally just started the products, and I only wanted mom time. And I had people coming up to me. They're like, well, hey, what rank are you? And I'm like, what's a rank? Like, I have no idea. And they're like, oh, no worries. We're just glad you're here. And you saw the presence of people that truly cared about you, no matter where you were in the company, whether you were a diamond or a silver. They could care less. They're just happy that you're here and you're investing in yourself. So Super Saturday is one of my favorite. It's just another training opportunity. And lately we've usually been coming closer. Like this past one, when we went to Branson, we rented an Airbnb and watched it all together. Because with COVID, they didn't have it in locations like they usually do. And so we had a huge Airbnb, and we all did all kinds of fun things, and it was great. We even got in the hot tub when it was snowing. Like, it was great. So just another experience, but that's Plexus events in a nutshell. And they've added more. So that gold and the ruby ones are new. Go ahead, Shara.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed at Leaders Retreat I didn't mention. They didn't care what rank. I talked to a diamond, and she treated me just like any other person. It wasn't some, snooty, stick nose up in the air or anything. I've seen people of all different types there, and nobody treated anybody like that. So it was great to see, because I do work a full-time job. I am in an 8 to 4:30 job, whatever. So I hear all the snooty comments when you get raises and all that stuff. So it was super nice.
I can attest to that, because when we were in San Diego at Leaders Retreat, I did not pay attention. This is just me. And they gave us lanyards, and I was wearing the guest lanyard because I like the blue. It's a pretty color. And so I was walking around as the guest that earned it. And my friend was wearing the one that showed that she earned it the whole time. I had no idea. I didn't know until like a month later, and I read it and I was like, oh, okay. So they didn't treat me any different at all.
No. And that's what I love. And another thing is, look at Shara, works a full-time job, and she's making this happen and making a side income to hopefully be able to leave her full-time job. Like, she's working in the nooks and crannies when she can. And you can make this work however you are able to. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Whatever you can give could really impact what this looks like and what the income could look like for you. For me, it's a full-time thing. I try to work in the evenings because my girls are usually in bed and things like that. So that's just always been my schedule. But you can do it however you want and whenever you want. And that's what I love about it. So that's it in a nutshell for somebody brand new. So you can kind of see the bigger picture of what you just put yourself into. And we are just so grateful to have you here on this team, because God sent you on this team for a reason. And we cannot wait to see your journey. We cannot wait to see you I'm just excited for all of you guys. But I want to offer any questions, or if you're like, okay, you said this, but can you tell me a little bit more? Because being in here for 6 years, sometimes I forget those new questions that you might have. So please, I'm going to open this up. No question is not, dumb or any of that. Just really ask questions if you have any. Jerisa, we will get you there, friend. I mean, you're going to have silver stars. So I know it. I'm just saying you're going to earn it. Anybody have any questions? And I will tell you, the one thing that is wonderful is at any event, babies are welcome. You would not believe how many strollers I saw. You would not believe how many people I saw breastfeeding. You would not believe how many people I saw with kids. Kids are so welcome because our president and CEO knows that family is first. And so that's another thing I like. Are we always starting over every month? That is a great question. Yes. So every month when you pull up your back office and it says 0, do not freak out. It's okay. But that's why on the 31st, we're working until 10:59 Central Standard Time, until the very last moment, because at 11 o'clock, everything starts back to 0. And what that is so that you can get all of your orders in, everything in 1 month. And if all of those people order again, you should be at the exact same spot you were at the previous month. But if you keep adding and you keep helping people go silver, then your next month will be a lot higher and a lot higher retention rate because you've poured into them and customer care and everything. So that next month you'll start seeing and tracking. Something I just started doing is I'm actually tracking my numbers every single day. So like today, you saw I was at 159. So I'm going to put June 2nd, 159. So then I can look at the months prior and see, okay, how are we trending? Are we at about the same numbers? Are we lower? Are we higher? Things like that. That's a great way to start keeping track of where you're going to be possibly by the end of the month. What other questions do you have? If y'all hear those, I have 4 dogs outside right now. 4. So Paula, yeah, 4. I'm watching my neighbor's dogs and they're all big. No questions?
Hey.
Really? Come on. What? Go ahead.
I do have.
Yep.
Okay, so you know how each month they send you a graphic. I want to make sure I'm understanding this. Like you add 3, you get X amount, fast start or whatever.
Yep.
So if someone's in fast start, so I'm going to use Tony. He's on, so he's listening. So last month he added 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if he adds 2 more in this month, does he get the difference for the 6?
Correct.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to confirm with you. So
Yeah.
it's not like a person has to restart over for earning those fast start bonuses. It's like as long as you meet it within that time frame, then you're good.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yep. And I think if I saw it right, the Rise Up Rank Up, like if somebody went senior Ruby during the Rise Up Rank Up, their totals will be about 10 grand. 10 grand. That's insane. So does it take a while for your page to update rank? Yes. Okay. So this is a great question. So you have commissions. So what happens May 31st, then Plexus has to go and look. I'll be like, okay, did Cindy truly hit senior silver? And so they'll look at every order and be like, yep, she did. And so commissions has to process every single person to make sure that you really did hit that rank or you didn't. Because I will tell you, you always want to go above what your rank is or what you're pushing for. Because let's say somebody turns in a refund and you're at silver. You thought you had silver. And then all of a sudden, Susie decides to refund. You're not silver anymore if commissions haven't processed. So if commissions is looking through and be like, oh man, Cindy didn't hit it because Susie just did a refund. You really, sometimes I tell people if they're wanting to do a refund, be like, hey, Susie, okay, great. I would give Plex, I know it sounds horrible. Give Plexus just a few more days and it'll be a great time because they're swamped right now. And because then if commissions processes, and usually it processes by the 10th, if not the 8th, like it's pretty quick. If it processes, then you get paid for that rank that you hit the month prior. And so that's kind of how that is. So the back office is not going to reflect until you truly have till those commissions process. So that's when you'll see your back office say Emerald or Senior Gold or whatever rank that you just hit the month before, once we are paid. So great question. And that's the same for orders. If you see orders taking a little bit, you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so just ordered, but I'm not seeing points on her. It just takes a minute for the system to upload to make sure, okay, yes, it hit her bank. Yes, we're processing it. Yes, we're shipping it. Okay, great. Now you have points. And sometimes it can take up to an hour depending on how many people are on the site and everything. So you just have to give it a little bit of time.
I have a question that I thought of, Cassie.
Yep.
For someone like me who I'm at silver, so obviously next goal is senior silver. If I double rank, do I get a bonus for both senior silver and gold?
You're so sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Can you say that again?
Yep, you do. And so you'll get whatever, if you double rank, you're going to get those double bonuses. Oh, I think Rachel was having issues. She keeps popping in and out. So that's who that was. But yes, you'll get double rank bonuses. So if you go straight to gold this month, you're going to get all of those bonuses up to gold. Well, gold bonuses.
I need to do that.
You do. And on top of that, you're going to get the rise up, rank up bonuses. So you're going to have fast start bonuses. This is what's great. So they start new programs. And again, I didn't have this when you guys started, or when I started 6 years ago. We had nothing, no bonuses, no, none of this fast start. We didn't have a lot of these. And so this ends this month. So rise up, rank up are extra bonuses they're giving right now. That ends I think it's 30 days this month. That ends on the 30th. So if you really want those and you're pushing for it, I highly recommend you reaching out to your sponsor, mapping out. When I say mapping out, it's literally like, okay, Cindy, I see you have Susie. Okay, do we think does Susie have 3 friends that she's excited to share with? And you're mapping it out so you kind of get an idea of what your month is going to look like and where your points are. So you're like, okay, I have to add at least 5 people. And it gives you a gist of where you're going to be so you can get those extra bonuses this month. So
One more question. Where in the back office can I find, because I'm really bad about finding things and then I can't remember where I found them.
Mhm.
Where can I find like the points system? So like what orders get what points so that I can kind of mentally track. Because like right now I'm literally looking at, oh gosh, where am I? I'm in my back office. Anyways, I'm just looking at what I need to go gold.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at like organization points are 100 and then outside leg points.
That's a whole nother ballgame.
So
Okay.
like and if that's like a video that I can watch or something, I'm a planner. So I like to know exactly what I'm working towards. So
Mhm.
like I want to say I want to go gold or I want to go senior silver. What does that literally mean? Does that mean 3 people that have 3 people? Or does that mean 1 ambassador that has 3 people and then I have my 5? Like, okay, there it is on the screen.
Uh-huh. No, you're good. Now, this is just an example. It could be like Julia, where she has a Jerisa and Jerisa adds everybody. You know what I mean? It really can go in multiple different ways. Now, outside legs, this confused me for years. I'm just going to tell you what you want to do when you're signing people is you want to go wide, and wide means you're having several. So you need 3 people to stay silver. You personally have to have 3 level 1s to continually be silver and stay commission qualified. So 3 silvers or 3 people for you to be silver. And so I have I have you, let's say I have Hannah and I have Julia. Okay. So I have those three, but I'm going to keep going because if I just work under Hannah and Hannah goes crazy, then I need more outside people. They say outside legs. I need them to be working as well to be balanced, because you don't want just one person working. I mean, you do, but to be balanced, that's kind of how they do this, is so that you have multiple people working.
Right.
So that's what the outside legs look like. So if you work just strictly under your husband, by the time you get senior gold, you really want to have another person or two that might have at least one or two people underneath them. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
And then like as far as points go,
Mhm.
How do I know what qualifies for what points? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay. So right here under that new ambassador start here tab, it breaks everything down up to senior gold. Now, again, if you want to plan more, I can help you because there are other sheets for that. And I don't know where it's at on here. It used to be, I wonder if it's the rank up roadmap, if they've got it updated now. Okay, here we go. So if you're like, I want to hit Ruby, what all training do I need to hit for Ruby? What all business things that to just build yourself up to Ruby? It's all right here. So every rank will be underneath these clickable tabs. So there's all of those. So because see, for a while they didn't have senior Ruby, they're slowly adding. But I will tell you, senior gold is 250. And then senior gold, Ruby is 500. So there's a big jump from senior gold to Ruby. So 250 to 500. And then from Ruby to senior Ruby, it's 500 to 750. And then the biggest jump is from senior Ruby to Emerald, and that is 750 to 1500 points. And so that's kind of how that looks, but we can talk about that anytime.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Jerisa had a great question. 3 new ones or regulars? So when I say 3 people, that is 3 people that I've personally sponsored and they're ordering every single month. This is why for me, I try to add at least 1 to 3 people every single month, no matter what. I think there's only been a handful of times in 6 years that I've not added at least 1 person. And so always try to personally recruit every single month so that you don't ever have to worry about having 3, if that makes sense. What other questions do y'all have? These are really good.
I put in the silvers thread the graphic that shows if you only have 50 PV, how many points you're going to get for that. If your people only have, if they have 100 PV, it's going to show you how many points you're going to get for that. And then it also breaks it down by levels.
That's good to know, because they changed our compensation plan for the better recently. And so now when people order as a VIP, I only have people order as a VIP. It is great savings, but if they're not going to be ordering more than 2 products, it's not worth it because you're not going to get paid. Like, let's say Shara is thinking she's helping me and she's only ordering ProBio 5 every single month. Plexus gets that compensation, not me. So you really have to kind of watch. That's why I never ever sign somebody up as a VIP unless I know that they're going to be consistent and take at least 2 products or more. Now, if you're going to be working the business or wanting compensation, then you need to have 100 PV every single month to get a paycheck every single month. So it really, and then you get, like if Shara, the graphic, you get 50 at 50 PV, you get so many points for each people depending on where they land. Perfect. I only offer VIP for welcome packs. Yes. So welcome packs, hands down. I do have some that are like, well, I really don't want those welcome packs. I only want active and hydrate. And I'm like, if it's at least 50 PV or more, I'll sometimes do that. But we all know when you try more products and you fall in love with more products, you tend to stay longer. You tend to try more things and you tend to enjoy the process more than trying one thing. So if somebody wants to try active, I'm like, great, let me send you a sample. You have the Engage app, you actually get samples that you can send, and you can keep purchasing if you need to keep ordering more and send those samples in through the Engage app. Plexus sends it for you, which is incredible. You don't have to go to the post office. But if somebody still wants to just order active, then I'm going to probably give them retail price. I'm not going to offer VIP, because VIP means if they're only ordering active every single month, I'm not going to get paid on that at all. And I've had people think that they're helping me and they're really not, even though I keep trying to explain it. It's just better to tell them right at the front, well, actually, let's go ahead and do it with this link. Go ahead and sign up as a retail customer. And when you're ready and you're loving your active and you want to add more, we'll upgrade you to VIP. And then that's what I do. Anything else? I love that, Teresa. I just read that. So deep and wide, like Jesus is love. Amen. So true. That's a good one. Good visualization. Any other questions? Also, team calls are always Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. So if you want to go ahead and set reminders for that, this was just because Tuesday was closed, like the last day of the month. We needed to work for that. And a lot of people were pushing for big ranks. And so we wanted to have this kind of now versus next week and be, farther into the month. And I really wanted to get this going. But Tuesdays are always our team calls. Okay, if y'all have any questions and you think of something, reach out to us for Asking Our Silver thread, because that's what that thread is for you to ask questions so we can help you as you're going to Senior Silver. And then once you hit Senior Silver, we have another thread for you to be into, because you're not silver anymore. We want you to keep going and grow into a different thread. And so we have a different thread for that so that you can dive into a little bit more, because you can handle a little bit more at that point. So if there's no more questions, holler at us if there's something that comes up and you're like, oh my gosh, I should have asked. But I'm so glad so many of you guys came tonight. You're diving in, you're learning the process. Just know you're doing an amazing job. Just keep sharing, keep being you, and it's going to be a great process. And I will I will see you in person to hug you at convention, because I know you guys are going to be there. Okay, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.